Right, so get this, JLR has just fired Gerry McGovern. Yes, that Gerry McGovern, the man behind modern Range Rovers, the defender of the new Defender, and the bloke who unleashed that Jaguar Type 00 on an unsuspecting world and broke the internet. And this shake-up might be the plot twist that finally decides Jaguar's future for better or for worse.
A brown car guy. Brown car guy.
Gerry has been at JLR for a couple of decades, so honestly this is big news. This isn't quite a reshuffle, this is major, possibly a new chapter, the kind that could either save Jaguar or send it even deeper into existential limbo. The headlines say the same thing, JLR axes chief designer Gerry McGovern. That's a sentence nobody really expected, and the timing? Suspiciously spicy. Gerry's been with the company in one form or another since the 1980s. He's survived ownership changes, recessions, critics, the SUV boom, the SUV backlash, the return of the SUV boom, and yet suddenly, just like that, he's gone. Some reports even say he was escorted out of the building. Wowzers! So what's actually happening here? You have to understand that in the past, JLR has always had two creative pillars. Ian Callum, the Scot with petrol in his veins, the designer of the Aston Martin DB7 Vanquish, and the most beautiful Jaguars of the modern era, I would argue. Callum's Jags were sleek, purposeful, desirable, cars that you could picture threading through a country lane in the rain to the soundtrack of the new Avengers. Not the Marvel ones, just look it up, okay? Gerry McGovern, on the other hand, flamboyant, unapologetic Range Rover architect. He was more Savile Row than Silverstone. His designs, however, sold by the shipload, literally. He made Range Rover the global badge of aspiration. These are two very different guys, two very different philosophies, and one brand caught up between them. Let's be fair to Gerry though, commercially, the man delivered. Range Rover, Range Rover Sport, Velar, Evoque, all of them runaway successes. You want to blame someone for every other driveway in Dubai and Knightsbridge being full of black Ranges? Blame Gerry. But then, the Defender reboot. Another sales success to be fair, but a massive design departure, and for some lifelong Land Rover loyalists, something of a sacrilege really. The old Defender was a farm tool, a cult classic, a workhorse. The new one is a lifestyle cube designed for people who say things like, "We're doing Dorset this weekend." Meanwhile, Discovery lost its soul. Remember when Discovery was the practical all-terrain, all-purpose, tall-bodied, family-friendly Land Rover that stood out proudly on its own? Then suddenly it became a wannabe Range Rover, and it just lost its rugged charm, that, you know, all the things that made it special. And then came the Jaguar Type 00, the car that divided the nation like Brexit on wheels. Jaguar's weirdest, boldest, most un-Jaguar Jaguar in decades. Some loved it, some hated it. Most just whispered, "What the in the hell is this?" It went viral, it broke the internet, it was bonkers. It was very Gerry. But with Ratan Tata passing, that's the big boss, you see. Don't forget that Tata of India actually owns JLR. Well, he was a huge supporter of Gerry, so the corporate guard has officially changed at the top. PB Balaji is the new CEO, recently arrived, evidently a man on a mission from India, and he just struck first blood, it would seem. Now here's where things get really interesting. Check out these books. Are you after some automotive books for the Christmas stockings? Well, guess what? I've got you 30% off exclusively on these and more. Screen grab the list on your screen now, all by entering the exclusive code BCG30. Jaguar took a sabbatical, as we all know. We were told that they were reinventing themselves. A whole new electric identity. A clean break from the past. We're nearly at the end of that sabbatical, and so far, nothing. No production car revealed, no prototype teased, just a controversial rebrand that left longtime Jaguar fans asking, is Jaguar still Jaguar? And with Gerry gone, here's the big question. Does JLR stay on this current path of comprehensive reinvention in which the baby is very much chucked out with the bathwater, or do they U-turn and rediscover what Jaguar used to stand for? Low-slung sports saloons, grace, pace, space, cars made for driving. Because with the global shift on EVs, the cooling of demand, and the realization that electric-only lineups might not always make commercial sense, I mean, lots of manufacturers, once fully committed to the transition to electric, have openly pulled back or stretched their previously announced timelines. So perhaps Jaguar shouldn't put all its electrons in one basket. Let's be brutally honest. JLR's biggest problem isn't branding. It never was. It wasn't about the color of their letterhead, the shape of the big cat, or the font on the factory door. It was more fundamental than that. It was about engineering, quality, robustness, and reliability. You know, engines that don't implode when the warranty runs out, electrics that don't die just because it's raining a bit hard. Oh, and maybe, just maybe, securing their IT systems from hackers. That would be a good idea. If JLR really wants a renaissance, that should start here. Not in the design studio, not in the consultancy slides, not on TikTok, but under the bonnet at the wheel. Out on the roads, giving it some. Land Rovers should be indestructible. Jaguars should be desirable. These truths are not controversial, I think. Jaguar is at its most fragile moment since the early 1990s, but also its most opportune. This could be the perfect reset, a chance to build a proper luxury driver's saloon again. A modern XK or XJ that isn't embarrassed by a Taken. A sports car that remembers the F-Type and the E-Type legacy. EVs where they make sense, and maybe petrol or hybrid cars for enthusiasts who still want them. McGovern leaving may not be the end of an era entirely. It might be the start of a new one. Right, so over to you then. Is this the fresh start the Jaguar needed? Will Tata steer the ship back to traditional values? And what do you think of the McGovern exit? How, why did it happen? Could this actually be a mistake, a devastating loss to one of Britain's most important car companies, let's be honest? Well, drop your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Hi guys, if you're enjoying this video, finding it useful, then don't forget to hit that like button and share and comment if you can as well, and support independent journalism channels like mine. You can do that at patreon.com, at coffee.com, or right here on YouTube you can take out a voluntary subscription. Or you know what? You can buy my books. I've got 3 out at the moment. One is a fantastic thriller. It's a novel. It's called The Ulysses Files. Go check it out, about the war on cars. And I've got a collection of short stories. That's called Quantum Races, and that's out at the moment. And then this year I put out How to Be an Automotive Content Creator. It's about how to do what I do, and that's all of these are now available on Amazon. If you buy any of those books, I will be very, very grateful. If you buy all 3, I'll put you into a draw to win a unique and exclusive set keyring and brown car guy badge. There are only 17 of these left. There were only 20, 3 have gone out. There's just 17 left now, so hurry up with that. Shout out time, guys. Thank you so much. Hey, if you enjoy my content, why not get involved? Buy me a coffee. You can do that at either of these links. Or if you're watching on YouTube, buy me a thanks or take out a membership. It all helps. It really does.